Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Listen, everybody's coming up to pretty much the biggest weekend of their lives. As far as right afterwards, we got an election. And you know what? I'm not lying. I'm for Donald Trump. I'm for Donald Trump. And for a lot of ways, not just because he's from New York, but for a lot of other reasons. And most importantly, the fact that he's never been a politician in the political world, technically, but he has been for the reason of his businesses, or else he wouldn't have happened to be so successful as he's made himself. Yeah, he's failed a couple of times. I wish I failed a couple of times and had 1,000 businesses like this guy. Not only for that fact, for the fact that this woman's a witch. That's the bottom line. She's a witch. And I don't care who knows it or who knows I know it. And yeah, maybe I'll be the next suicide. Just like they were joking on Jimmy Kimmel the other night. These people are afraid of the Clinton administration. Let me tell you, they want one world government. They want one world government. They want to lock you up, and they want to lock up somebody with a thought, just a thought, if they're going to commit a crime, and have them held for 10 years at a time. That's Hitler bullshit. And Obama's on YouTube even talking about that. Rachel Maddow, the woman who is the investigator for the news, she went through all this, and she has a whole thing on it on YouTube about the speech that he gave. Okay, and all these Walmarts that are being closed, being made into concentration camps. If you look at it, or even bunker centers and stuff like that. If you Google and went onto YouTube and look at FEMA, FEMA Walmarts, you'll see what I'm talking about. They want one world global government. They want to give a speech and say that the United States has to give up some of our civil rights. Bull fucking shit. We fought hard for that. I'm a soldier. I know I'm an ex-soldier. And the bottom line is I know what we go through. You know, and it was a long time ago. I'm 51 years old. But in all honesty, we need somebody up there who's going to stand up and love America. Big deal, he says he likes pussy. I talk about fucking pussy all day long. So does most guys I know. And if they don't because they're talking about fucking boys somewhere and they belong in another crew, you know, or another bunch of friends and stuff like that. They're good, hello, goodbye, and all that good stuff. I don't give a fuck what their personal lives are. If you're good people with me, you're good people with me. And you know what? Trump's a good person. Do you know he has more women employees than men employees? I think it's like 62%. You know, so no, everybody can knock it all they want and say this, that, everything else about him. But you know, the guy is straight out and he admits his mistakes and all that other good stuff. The guy loves America, and you better be voting for Trump, or you should be voting for Trump. If you don't vote for Trump and you are voting for Hillary and all her bullshit, because it's straight out fucking bullshit, and that's exactly what she is. She's a bullshitter. Okay, the last 4 or 5 days, all she's talking about is him and his women, or now it's the KKK that he has affiliations with, because she wants the votes in North and South Carolina. You know what? We got 90,000 Syrians that are coming across the border over in Minnesota, South and North Dakota, and most of them are on welfare. All right? Or our children are afraid, or I'm afraid for my child when we're walking through the mall and all of a sudden somebody's going to get nuts and just have a fucking shooting spree all of a sudden. That's the immigrants that they're letting in here. We're talking about locking up the borders, not for the reason of locking up the borders for who's here. If you're here and commit a crime, you got to go. You know, that's understandable. But if you're here already and you want to make a better life for yourself, you have that opportunity. You have that opportunity. But we can't just have anybody come into our borders anymore. We have enough of our own fucking problems. We have enough of our own fucking problems. You know, things that we have to settle up at this house first before we can let anybody else in. You know, it's like going home. How much do you want company? How much company do you want? Sooner or later, you want to close the door to your company, and you want to enjoy yourself with your husband, your friend, as far as who lives with you, or your son or your daughter, and you want to enjoy family time. Well, you know what? The United States of America is my family. I don't want to bring everybody here no more. I'm tired of it. Our roads, our this, our that, everything's being taken over. Everything's taken over. The Chinese are coming here and they're dumping fucking cash on a house and buying a house cash with our fucking money. Because we let the money out of this country to begin with the stupid deals that we have with NAFTA, the free trade agreement that her husband signed. You know, she's looking to continue the trend. Fuck the trend. We need change. What do we have to lose? Trump is 1,000,000% right when he says, what do you have to lose? We have nothing to lose. If you people don't think America is at its bottom right now, and you know what, then you really need to be go to another country to see how much fucking worse we can get. And under Hillary Clinton, we will be fucking worse. You can bet your ass on it. And I'm telling you all that right now. Excuse my language, cursing, because I'm passionate about this. I'm going to tell you, I'm passionate about most things. And I'm passionate to people. I might be loud and boisterous, but I'm not mean-spirited. And neither is Donald Trump. He's not a mean spirit. He does a lot of things for generosity and things out of the goodness of his heart and all that good stuff that people don't even hear about. And you know what? That's the things that you're supposed to be doing. Because it's supposed to be between me, him, or him, God, and the people that he does it for. Just like me. I do it for me, somebody else, and for God. It's not for somebody else. It's fucking grandiose, or I gotta brag because I lent somebody my shirt, or gave him my shirt, or my car, or I fed somebody. That's nobody else's business. That's my business for my own self well-doing. And you know what? He does the same thing. He does the same thing. You know, the guy loves America. He really does. You know, and he loves pussy. So what? I do too. It is what it is. I love pussy. You know, you're going to castrate me for that? Or because I like Trump for it? You know what? It is what it is. And that's my prerogative. The way it's his prerogative. But he's not a mean spirit. He's not a mean spirit. And the guy wants to do the right thing. He wants to get economy back on track. You know, he wants all that bullshit back on track. And that's my saying. If you vote for Hillary, you know what? Don't complain when they fucking get rear-ended by a bunch of people in a car who don't have papers or insurance or anything like that. And you're driving a Benz and you're crying. I'll see you later.